connections to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Shrugs him off. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Griffin. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there at 22. Now back to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
The punter Kaiser now out to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Some room to roam now. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. We'll check on his status when we get back. They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Here we go. Flex round. Flex round.
Third and 2. Watson. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up fourth.
Now, that's a great opening series defensively. You force what should be a 3-and-out on your opening possession.
And great coverage there on third down to force the incompletion to set up fourth. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. A tackle for loss there. 2 last week. He's tough to handle coming off the edge.
And when you talk about a defensive end, your first thought is, how does he rush the passer? That's where he makes his big plays getting into the backfield. But the best ones can play the run as well. And that's what we're seeing from him now.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
Third down now following the run. From the gun, here's Watson. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field. And they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. But he's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0. The punter Kaiser now out to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook. And just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on 2nd down. Watson hands this to Foreman, and he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. And he's got a man. It's the tight end, Howard, complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
Now a handoff looking right. And I think we've got a hold here. It's a 5-yard pickup for the moment. Let's see what our referee says. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Bucs in possession of the football as we begin this. Here's Watson now on second down. Escaping the pressure right. There he goes inside the 30. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. They don't care if it was luck or skill. But the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And fortunately for him, he's able to get it back. But it will be a loss on the play.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it. And somehow he got to it and was able to recover for his squad.
And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks at the 7-yard line. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal. They run again with Foreman, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
Brandon, I believe that they were in 4-down territory, and that's what they were thinking. But after the loss, I've got to kick the field goal. No way I'm going to go for it in this situation. But you know some of these coaches, they're extremely unpredictable, and they may go ahead and press it.
So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
Yeah, as an offensive coordinator, if you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work. But in his defense, this has been a stifling defense so far. So they've got to start finding a way to unlock them as this game goes on.
This is taken at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Hunter Henry brings it in. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. 10 more there and another first down. And you can bet they're going to lean on him quite a bit, obviously. They did last week. Was over 100 yards also. AFC Player of the Week is announced Wednesday.
And until they take that away, I would continue to lean on him. Try and have another award for him winning this game. But when you look back at last week and you saw how he was able to find holes in the defense, but it's also the run after the catch. That's what made it impressive.
And a nice gain at 21 yards. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And he's going to go backward. They get him behind the line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Green 39! Green 39!
2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout. 2 runs, 2 one-yard losses. This is 3rd and goal from the 3. In motion right is the running back. And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. And it's 21-3. The punter Kaiser now out to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
Toe
that.
bash.
Super toe.
Come on, let's go!
To throw on 2nd is Watson. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. Give him 30 yards there. Watson on 1st down. Flush to his right. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
He was trying to find O.J. Howard, and it's 3rd down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 15. A shotgun snap for Watson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. .33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. And an alley to run. Give them 12 yards there. The Chargers have a 1st down. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Fresh set of downs here.
Detroit! Here we go now.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And right side, Henry's got it. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Here we go.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. So we have reached halftime, intermission with a visiting Charger. And before we could even hear from Larry, we're back and ready to go in Week 5. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start the third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But you're going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too, and they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. On second down, here's Watson, escaping the pressure right. And he's going to be out of bounds right at the 40. A good pickup there at 22.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
On first down, it's Watson. Green's got it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Ohio, check 43. Ohio, check. Come on, let's go.
A carry for Foreman. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. From the 50, it's Watson. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Oh, some strong running. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
So a big sack on second down. Now let's see what the offense has in store for third.
Here we go now. Come on now. Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw. And he finds his man Griffin. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. A good pickup there at 22.
Good.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's second down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this complete to Henry over the middle. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. A good first down call as the screen play gets him 9.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
They'll drop to throw. Toward the pylon, caught. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown.
And this is what coaches talk about, never being satisfied. No matter what the lead, always trying to increase it. You never know what can happen in this NFL.
Lambo to add on the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. The punter Kaiser now out to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. To throw on second down. Watson. He's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
But depending on the team, they'd call that an explosive play or a chunk play, the one that they got on the previous one. They tried to go back and get another one, didn't they?
They did, but unsuccessful on that second attempt. Back to the air. Watson on second down. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Here's Watson. Flush to his right. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Back now in Tampa. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. To throw is Watson. To throw on second down. They almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete. The Bucs on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Now Watson. From the gun, he'll throw. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Now a handoff as they run left side. Going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or 2. Now we're going to get a timeout. Here's we've got an injured Buccaneer. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Now a handoff here to his running back. Finding room at the 30. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
No, check, Patriot. All right, here we go. Gun. All right, now, lucky 56.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. On 1st and 10, Watson. Over the middle, complete. It's Howard. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. They'll run with Foreman. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
Here we go.
Watson looking to throw on second down. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Chargers getting set to go. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. 10 yards still left on second down. He'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now he'll let it go. He rifles one that's intercepted. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or 2 shy of midfield. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. On 2nd and 10, Watson. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 36. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
20. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he is leveled. Knocked down hard. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. This is caught. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. Well, that's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
They'll set up to throw. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Couple of plays sent him the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. He'll look to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Looking to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. Here's Josh Lambo now for the Charger field goal. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Now a 1st down throw. Watson escaping the pressure right. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. Steps away to his left. And he slides to avoid the hit. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
And the lead will be cut down to 14. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to rifle one deep left. It's caught at the 10. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. So the chain gang now done for the drive. Ball on the 10, 1st and goal.
Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, just not much room there to operate. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. That'll leave him with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. A great play there. His third touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The punter Kaiser now out to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Bucs now. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And he powers his way up past the 30. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. And they'll indeed take a knee.